Dear ones, this channel is especially for those of you who are parenting the new children, both indigos and crystals. We wish to share with you some information that may help you to understand the pressures and tensions that you may be feeling as you strive to be the best parents you can be for your children. Parenting an indigo is always a challenging task, but parenting an indigo and a crystal together is twice as challenging for you as individuals and as a family. It is a very beautiful process though, and contributes to the spiritual evolution of the planet. Imagine it this way. You as parents conceive and birth an indigo child. Your own auras are probably in the deep blue range to attract such a child. But, once the child is with you, your higher selves understand that the deep indigo violet color frequency of the child's aura represents a higher and more evolved level, and so the process of entrainment begins. Entrainment is a term used in physics to describe the process through which two particles at different frequencies or resonances are drawn together and then find or create a similar resonance. One must drop a little, the other must rise, until they find a frequency where they are both comfortable. In the case of the parents of indigos, the parents must rise up to the next level or frequency, and the child may have to drop or come down in the process to fetch you to their level. If you could see this in energy terms, dear ones, you would see a rather beautiful shift and blending of colors as the higher frequency moves in. But, this major shift can create chaos in the family structures on the material level. Remember that the traditional nuclear family structure was created to serve the interest of a much lower level of aura color frequency, and is no longer appropriate to the higher frequencies that are coming in as the new Earth is created. The indigo child brings in a conscious awareness of the need to release and remove old structures and ways of being. Your indigo may only be 6 years old, but he or she will be transmitting this message in their aura frequency. And so, parents find themselves being thrown into a deep examination of themselves and their roles as partners and parents. There is often a breakdown of traditional male or female parenting roles and the need to create and maintain far more flexible structures. The family as you have known it is in transition, and the indigo children are the catalysts for this transition. Your challenge is to work with them as parents to redefine and recreate what a biological family unit is and how it functions. This process can create tension in marriages as the partners have to redefine themselves beyond the traditional parameters of marriage and its power structures. Those marriages that survive this shift will be those where both partners or parents are flexible enough and willing enough to grow to the level of freedom and self-expression that is part of the indigo frequency. But, if as in many cases, the family is now joined by a crystal child, there is further pressure to shift again. The crystal child with its clear aura transmits gold, magenta, silver, indigo purple and aquamarine, among many of the new color frequencies that are going to be part of the crystal planet. The rest of the family then have the option of upgrading again, to the level of love, power, and clarity transmitted by their crystal child. Once more the pressure is on, but especially if some members of the family are more willing and ready to grow than others. The challenge is for all to claim their personal power and define themselves in total clarity and self-awareness in order to entrain with their crystal child. Once more intense spiritual growth and soul-searching is set off in each parent, again often placing stresses on the family and the partnership. But, we must emphasize, that these stresses are necessary as the family structure transitions and transforms into the new Earth family of advanced, loving, powerful and free beings. Coping with the stress in loving and positive ways as we watch so many of you bravely raising your frequencies to match those of your children, we advise you that the only way to cope with these stresses and pressures is to move into the loving energy of your heart chakras. The keys are love and compassion and respect. The crystal vibration sees life as an adventure in which everyone is encountered with love, honor and respect. If you bring these qualities first to yourselves and then to your children, you will have little difficulty in making these shifts. If you do not, then you will feel the disharmony and discord as your frequencies clash. Indigos and crystals are here with the mission of bringing change, and if you cling to the old structures then you will be in the difficult position of fighting the change that your children bring you as a gift from the future. And there will be turmoil and upheaval in the family. However, even if you experience the turmoil, you can see it as a sign that you are indeed shifting and growing and changing. You are letting go of the certainties of the past to embrace a new future that is as yet largely unknown to you. This requires trust and love. Know, dear ones, that your children will hold the higher frequencies for you so that you may evolve and grow to your new earth level. Your children are there to help you to release the past and what you no longer need in your life and to move into a light-filled future. You may feel initially unhappy about what must be released, but know that however painful the growth, it will take you into a brighter future in the crystal world that your children bring to you. And you yourselves, together with your children, are the master creators who are shaping the family of the future and creating the new structures that will nurture the human angels and their parents in future generations. So, as you work with these changes, know that you are supported and loved from the higher realms, in your important work of creating the family structures of the future crystal planet. You are the transitional generation of pioneers. This was the choice you made when you incarnated, and now you are taking on your missions as creators and shaping a new society. Just know that you are not alone, this is a group project, and families all over the planet are all engaged in the same tasks of transformation and renewal. And, as each family finds the new levels, it becomes progressively easier for others as the new structures become the norm. More and more crystal families will emerge to help others to make the changes. We salute those of you who are pioneering these changes.